Good evening. I'd like to call this April meeting to order. Thank you all for being here. And at this time, I'm going to call Kate McWhorter. She will come forward and lead us in prayer and the pledge.
Hey y'all. Okay, let's bow our heads. Lord, thank you for today and thank you for letting us be here. I just praise you for these wonderful people, Lord, that just spend their time on making sure that our school system runs efficiently, effectively, Lord, and that we can just honor you, Lord, and grow closer to you. I pray for a safe rest of the year, Lord, that we will just truly be safe, Lord, and just all get along and have a great rest of the year. Ask all this in your precious holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Please stand for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have our consent items, which is our agenda, the minutes of the March meeting, out-of-state field trip for the junior beta, overnight field trip for the cheerleaders, and a sideline cheer fundraiser, a cheerleader competition fundraiser, a car wash fundraiser, and a policy for revision, and a IGB student support team response intervention. Do I have any questions about all those consent items? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
I do have one question.
Okay.
On the cheerleading trip,
Mm-hmm.
the sponsor is Jacqueline Cobb.
Yes.
Okay, so she'll be
Competition. So competition and sidelines are two different squads this year. So
okay.
Jacqueline Cobb is the coach of comp, and Elizabeth Arthur is the coach of the sideline cheers.
Okay, so we're covered as far as she actually gonna be a teacher next year, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When will her date start?
July 1.
Okay, so she'll be a teacher
Effective
and she
July
can
1.
handle it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to make sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions?
Any other question? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Mongrove, second by Mr. Madison. All in favor? Thank you. All right, no public participation, I'm
Yes,
assuming?
sir.
Okay. All right, next item is our recognitions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. It is always great to honor and recognize our students for the job that they do in the school. So, again, we started out last year saying that we want to make sure we honor our students, depending, whether it's elementary, middle, or high school. We just want to make sure that you guys get a chance to see all the great work that we're doing in the schools. So first, I want to introduce to you Ms. Kate McWhorter and Ms. Amy Wheeler. The requirements for being a STAR student is having the highest SAT score on a single test date. And so this year's STAR student is Kate McWhorter, and her STAR teacher is Amy Wheeler. And we will give them an opportunity to say a few words. But first, congratulations to both of you. So you can do the exact same thing you did at the award ceremony, however you want to do it. It's up to you.
When I got chosen, I was absolutely the first person that came to my mind was Miss Wheeler. No question about it. Miss Wheeler truly loves her students. She does so much extra that she does not have to do to make her students feel loved and appreciated. And I know for me, I ask too many questions sometimes because I question everything. And she has never made me feel like I'm a problem asking questions. So for me, that's very special, and that's why I chose Miss Wheeler.
Thank you, Kate, for honoring me to be your STAR teacher. I really appreciate it. Y'all, teaching can be difficult, and so, but Kate makes it easy. And one of the reasons I love Kate is I love the way that she is curious, because that's what I try to get my students, my family members, myself, just be curious for your whole life. Be a lifelong learner. And I have no doubt that's what you're going to be. But y'all, she's unpretentious, she's honest, she is the kindest person. And to me, that's what it's all about. And she's like a light. And y'all, we've done a lot over this year. So, and I'm very, very grateful. And Kate, for any time that you wonder, don't, because we have confidence for you. So just remember that. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think Ms. McCord has to leave. She has a tennis match at 5:30. Soccer. And I want to thank her parents for coming as well.
Thank y'all.
Thank
All
you.
right. We want to recognize our football players who received some scholarships, athletic scholarships. We talked about Kelby, I think, at the December board meeting, but he was not able to make it, and he's not able to make it today. However, his mom is here. We're grateful and thankful that she came out as we recognize Kelby for a scholarship to Tennessee Chattanooga. Ms. Glaze, if you want to stand. Congratulations to Kelby Glaze. And how is Kelby? Because Kelby started in January, so he's at the college now.
He's doing good. He's doing really good. We'll have his spring game on this Saturday.
This Saturday. Awesome. Congratulations, Kelby Glaze. Next student is Mr. Jeremiah Johnson. I don't see him here, but he has a scholarship to Presbyterian College. And Presbyterian College is in Clinton, South Carolina. So congratulations to Mr. Jeremiah Johnson. Next we have Mr. Jeremiah Wynn. He's here. Mr. Wynn, if you would please stand for us. Mr. Wynn has accepted a scholarship to Chicago State University, and that's in Chicago, Illinois. So he'll be going up in the Midwest, where it's nice and cold during the wintertime. Mr. Wynn, you have anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Okay. I'd like to put him on the spot like that. Congratulations, Mr. Wynn. And all these kids had a great football season. Mr. Walker Thornton, he's not with us. He has accepted a scholarship to Purdue State College, and that's in Peru, Nebraska. So congratulations to Mr. Walker Thornton. Mr. Christian Elam is here with us, along with his mom. Please stand, Mr. Elam. Mr. Elam has committed and signed with Pace University in New York City. New York, so he's going to the Big Apple. So congratulations, Mr. Elam. Anything you want to say? I figured not. And then Makai Wade, our Division II Player of the Year for Division II for the entire state of Georgia. Makai Wade was quarterback for us, and he has accepted and signed a letter to play for the Lane College Dragons. And Lane College is in Jackson, Tennessee. All right? Yes, sir. Awesome. Congratulations, Makai. Anything you want to tell us, Makai?
No, sir.
I thought not.
I just want to thank God for giving me this opportunity to play football at Lane College.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have his mother here as well. So thank you guys for coming, and congratulations, and look forward to your future endeavors at the college level.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you. And you are more than welcome to stay for the rest of the board meeting, and you're more than welcome to leave if you want to. That is absolutely up to you. So,
Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate that.
thank y'all.
Have a good day.
So our next item is our weight room surplus.
So in the next coming months, we hope to have a presentation for you. We had a generous donor who gave us a significant amount of money to refurbish that, renovate and purchase new equipment for our weight room. So we have new racks and new benches. So we would like to sell the old benches and the old racks, but we need to surplus them first before we can sell them. So we just need a motion and a second to surplus these items, and then we'll have a surplus sale within the next couple of weeks. Go
Make a
ahead.
motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Heitman, second by Mr. Madison. All in favor?
Perfect.
Thank you.
And if you hadn't had a chance to go down, please go down and look at the new weight room with the new benches. We also painted the weight room, so it looks real good. So new floor.
I got a video on it yesterday.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
It looks real good.
Look real
Yeah.
good.
Perfect.
All right, our next item is our financials.
Yeah.
Good evening. Tonight I have February. Yes, so. Quick FYI, we hope to have an amended budget next month, and I may talk some about that. I wanted to, include some things from tonight's meetings. We not only have to do it once. But looking ahead, the 6 million number I showed here was probably a little low for this year. It probably should be more like 6.3, but some of that came from property reevaluations. Most of that is the transmission lines. They went up a lot on those values, so we're collecting more taxes. We've almost already hit our 6 million goal now as of today. So you see the 5.5. The major difference there from this year to last year is, of course, the $700K that they were withholding last year. Our real estate tax, there's been a lot of real estate transactions this year. We've touched on this. We've almost already met that goal. It's been, basically 10K a month, so that may get adjusted as well in the amended budget. Our TABT is the same. We budgeted for 50K. We've been getting anywhere from 60 to 70K a month. So a lot of our revenues are higher than normal, which is a good thing. It's a good thing for our school system and our financials. We're fiscally strong at the moment. We've touched on other before. The main thing in here, other than tuition, rent, would be interest. And as you know, we're still collecting about 100K a year in interest. Our QBE is a monthly entry from the state. We're receiving about 80K more than we were prior year. The drastic difference there is the book entry from 2024 that was made in 2025. So that's where that massive adjustment is from. State grants, this does not include the stipend money that we received in March, since this is through February, and all that will be adjusted on the amended budget, but we've received most of our local state grants, that they call, but they fall in a lot of different categories as well, and our federal grants do not show on here. So that's just a portion of the state grants, which is like CTAE and some other things, security, all that money. Medicaid, it's lacking, but we touched on it. They send us an annual payment, and we never know when it's coming. It's after they do their review. I think we're starting our kind of mini audit from Medicaid now, so we may not even get it this year. It may be July, August, September of next year before we receive it. Impact aid, I looked back this morning, so we received the first payment, and then we received some flow control money. The second impact aid last year came in the beginning of June, and it was just over $33,000, so we could get another 30K there. We'll be pushing 300K for that account. And then obviously nothing in the bottom. So all in all, our revenues are very strong, especially compared to last year. We're 11% over where we should be. I mean, that's a whole nother month ahead of where we normally are. So very, very good. Still not a lot of difference in expenses. We're right on schedule where we should be. We're 1% over where we're supposed to be, and that includes the purchase of the land. So I think we budgeted very well there. The one thing I noticed is in the improvement of instructional services, we had a coding error, and that was because of federal budget change this year. So that's one reason that account is higher, and I'll fix that in the amended budget as well. Everything else looks very good, though. I think our department heads have stuck to their budgets well, and I think that's why we are as fiscally strong as we are, as our monitoring process and everything that's went into this. So, looking currently, we're almost at 6 million. Half of that is in CDs and cash. I checked the bank account today, like every day, and we're still at 6 million after some grant money came in. So fiscally, very, very strong. I don't know if we've ever had 6 million in the bank in April at this time of the year. So that's very, very good. But you know, part of that's also inflation of everything that's growing. Fund equity, here's another thing, but part of this is the book entry from the QBE from last year, so don't look too much into the difference in the prior year. But we are 1.1 million, we have a 1.1 million surplus currently, and that, I think we'll end up having a surplus for the year, maybe $500,000 or so. Nothing in capital projects, we bought the land, we've not transferred the money, we can do that whenever you all would like. We can transfer a different amount other than the 50K if you want. Nothing here other than interest. CEP, she's done a very good job with CEP again. Our food costs are up, but, but that nets to, you know, basically break even where we should be. So our CEP program, I think, is strong. Our total meals, there's obviously a larger gap from last year to this year, but and I really don't know how to explain that other than more kids getting out at lunch. Because I know we have, what did I say the other day? We've had 85 kids doing dual enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of kids that, you know,
They're not eating.
probably leaving at lunch.
That's right.
Good for our students, you know, to advance their academic careers, but obviously we're not gonna have the same number of kids eating. SPLOST was down again. It's been down the past 3 years in March. I guess with February being a shorter month and a colder month. I have not done the calculation to see how this affects us in the long run, but the training I went to 2 months ago, they were very adamant that if it extends another 3 months, that it's really not a bad thing. They're basically giving you another 3 months for free. So it kind of hurts us with us transferring over, but whether it ends in September or December, we'll still have a good 6 months of SPLOST that we could use for projects next year. And keep in mind, our new SPLOST is for what they call brick and mortar, so we cannot use it for employees with salaries or anything like that, stipends. But any building projects, any repairs, you know, the huge thing that we voted on, but it's all construction related. Here's our SPLOST summary. It's about the same as last year, because last year we paid all the payments out of it. The big difference is the bond one, obviously, because we paid the extra payment. So we paid the 1.79, so we basically completed both accounts. As you see here, we have just under 200K. We have 3/4 of September's payment. But we should receive another 900K next December. So that leaves us needing, what, 1.5, we need about 600, so a good 6 months of SPLOST, and then the rest of our SPLOST could be used for projects. So I think we're fine, other than the fact that, you know, we wouldn't be able to start a project in October or November. You just may have to push it off to January, February, March. This was good. So we are under 14.5 million in principal remaining. I just looked, when we started in 07, I think was our first bond. We borrowed just over 25 million, so we paid off over 10. So that's good. And as you know, as a mortgage does, you pay more interest at the top and less at the bottom. So we're really hammering principal now, almost 20 years later.
That's good.
I'm sorry. So here's our elementary school quarterly from October to December, so our second quarter of 26. I really just checked this for completeness and accuracy. The principals have their, their full authority to control this. So if you have any questions, you can ask the principals. I'll try to answer, but I may not actually know it. A lot of these, though, some money came out just because they, were funded early in the year, and then they started spending on their projects or trips or you name it. see, we just started basketball with a 3,000 in.
What did we get from the dome?
Next slide.
Don't be asking questions till you ask for questions.
You've had one question, I
I got 6 of them.
I got a full slide on it, so it's, we can go to it if you all are okay. So we have this really nice place called the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and apparently it's very expensive to operate, being a new building. So if you look up here at the top, the Georgia High School actually lost money this year on the dome. They brought in a little over $1 million, and they spent a little over $1 million for a net $26,000 loss. So what did they do? They ate that money and they sent out another $150K split between, 14 teams, 16 teams? So we received the net on the right, $7,031.93.
That's pitiful.
It's pitiful.
That is pretty-
They ought to do away with it there.
You know, I mean, they did it on Monday through Wednesday, so I'm sure that's the cheapest rent they can get, but, I mean, obviously it's still too much for what it's bringing in. I mean, you look at Buford and Carrollton at the bottom, they got 14,000, they probably had 8,000 or 10,000 people apiece there.
We used to get 27-8 in the semifinals 30 years ago in the dome.
Yeah, it's very wild that this happened. I mean, you know, you always plan for that. You make it state, you make a lot of money, but that's not the case with the Benz. So I don't know. Obviously, Georgia High School is not going to want to keep losing money, so I don't know what they do. I don't know if they go back to semifinals to have more teams and more people in, but I would think that brings in more rent too, with more days. I think they're going to have to end up moving it, but no, that's not my decision.
I wonder, was that their cost or did they make money, the bins?
Hidden Lick? Well, yeah, I don't know about the bids, no. So like I said, this is just Georgia High School side, and all they showed was expenses. They didn't show what it was, but you have to think most of that is rent. Rent and security, so they did pay the $5 a mile. We got $690 for that, and then they paid the officials and everything else. It's just in one expenses column, so $7,000. We could have all paid $10 a piece for the people that were there, and they would have made way more money than that. Legislative updates. Good news is 2 bills I presented before, House Bill 1116 and Senate Bill 382 failed to pass, but they did throw in a substitute, and this makes no sense to me, so I'm sorry I'm even presenting on it. But they put it in Senate Bill 33. If you look at this, Senate Bill 33 was originally the Georgia Hemp Farming Act. It's a THC bill about how they're regulating THC. They stripped that bill completely and put pieces of pieces of House Bill 1116 and Senate Bill 382 in this and passed it. I don't understand how they did it. It makes no sense. They did it on the last day. But it is a lot less restrictive than those 2 were, so that's good news for us. Basically, all you need to know is all the House Bill 581 meetings we had, it threw us right back in it. But there's no cap on the on whether we can raise taxes or not. You know, that was the big concern, is that they were going to cut revenues and then cap how we did that. There's no cap for that anymore, but they are capping property tax at the CPI rate that we voted out of. So, we wasted 3 meetings 2 years ago, but nothing we can do.
Just on homes still, just like it was.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Wasn't it just on houses?
Homestead.
Homestead
exemptions. It's only the homestead.
Yeah,
farm.
homestead, yeah.
And this goes into effect 2027,
Maybe 28.
28?
So this bill just came out and everybody's still reviewing it, but even if you click on that link, it'll take you to a page that says the Georgia Hemp Farming Act. I don't understand how the state did it, but it's almost like they tried to hide it.
Government.
But how do you hide it when there's 2 sides in the same ring?
It's not related to hemp.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but that is.
Maybe it will.
They got plenty of time to change it. Any questions for him on the financials?
Jim, what's your question? You got yours answered.
I got it answered. That tells me what I need to know.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, the football is very sad, but, you know, the amount of support we had there, and we bring home $7,000 from it.
Yep.
It is very, very sad.
All right, so I got some questions.
Go ahead.
SPOS, is there a limit on the transfer to capital projects?
I don't think so. Just remember, we are about $500,000 surplus. So looking at next year, obviously,
Yeah.
we're about $500,000 surplus from bond and SPOS to our bond payments. So, now I think we could transfer all of that, but just obviously make the bond payments.
Right, so if we had $300,000 project, you know, we're set up right now, we try to fund the capital projects 50,000 per year. But if we wanted to take 300,000 surplus out of the SPOS, we could do that.
Correct,
Okay,
correct. You have to go through over the 100,000 rule where you bid it out and all that stuff, but yes, you can fund it via SPOS.
no, I mean, could we put it in the capital projects fund
Oh,
and just let it sit there?
I don't see why not, but, I can.
Ultimately saying that we will be doing a project. I'm just trying
Right.
to, I'm looking way down the road, you know, at the
I would think
possibilities.
you can. I mean,
But coming
at
out
the
of
end
SPOS,
the
it would
day-
have to be after it changed over, right?
Right, after it
Yeah.
changes over.
Right,
So
yeah,
it'd be-
I understand, after it changes over,
Yeah,
I'm
after it
trying to
changes
move
over.
forward, I'm thinking a year or two down the road.
Okay.
So we need to know the answer to that, I guess.
All right, yeah.
Is there a limit?
I don't think it is. I think you can, you know, you just have to make the bond payment.
Okay, so you could have a month, 1 month meeting, we could decide we're gonna transfer all of it, and we could do that. That's
I think
kind of my
so. I
question.
think so, but I'll find out.
Probably, okay, yeah, okay. All right, I'm trying, I wrote it too small here, let's see. You said very, very good and very, very strong a lot of times today.
On our financials?
Yes. Okay. So having said that, do you see in the future next year through your crystal ball about possible tax reduction for the taxpayers? You know, when we raised the 1% sales tax, that was supposed to help us.
Do I think it'll help?
Yeah.
Like in the SPOS deal?
The direction we're going in right now.
Make it simple. We're
financially.
gonna be able to roll the millage rate back
Yeah.
because of,
Based on where we are now.
I think so. I mean, because we basically have a meal of surplus and SPOS.
Right.
Like I said, we won't get it until, you know, January on, but there's a cushion meal.
And how much is
sitting
a
in
meal?
SPOS.
1 meal.
55,000 this year.
How much? 450?
455, I think.
55-ish.
455. All these things I'm asking are pretty important.
But that also depends on what projects we do as well, you know,
Correct.
as far as that, yeah.
And that depends on if this, you know, this is a new addition project or if there's some repairs in there. What I'm saying is, you know,
Right.
if we move some repairs to SPOS, then for sure we could roll back, you know, without a doubt.
Right. Right, so we're thinking that we're gonna have an extra meal we could roll back under our current spending situation, which is 450,000.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Okay. I think that's all I have right
That
now.
on? Okay. You sure? That wasn't much? All right, if there's no further questions, we'll move on to salary supplement bonus.
All right. If you can pull up Dr. Goldman. Might just have to go back to the. Okay. As you're aware, Governor Kemp back in March, I think, through Georgia House Bill 973, provided a one-time $2,000 supplement to state employees. And for school systems, that does not cover everyone, but it's generated based on QBE numbers. And so there's a difference in the cost of giving all of the employees the $2,000 raise or supplement versus the money that he sent to us. It's about $100,000 difference. So I did speak with all the superintendents in our RESA, in our area, and they all gave the full 2,000, so the local dollars had to pay the addition. And then just talking to superintendents in depth across the state, and just kind of being on the same page with employees and with trying to retain and recruit new people. We want to, I am recommending providing the full $2,000 supplement to all employees. And the part-timers, I think we have a few that are at 49%, they will only receive $1,000. They will not receive the full 2,000.
No question? Mr. Madison?
The benefits, they sending the money for that too?
Yes, for
They
the,
sent FICA, so we're, we don't have to pay anything else. It doesn't go towards retirement, and it's not it's on top of the monthly insurance deal, so there's no really insurance.
So it doesn't cost us anymore.
The only additional cost is the FICA, and they covered it?
That's it, yes. So they paid their number, they paid like 151 places basically, plus FICA.
so go ahead and pull up Mr. Norman's slide, the next slide, so they can see it.
It was
So
a-
this year, last year, or 2 years ago, districts got in trouble for wanting to split that money. So not a split, but if the state gave them 200,000, they wanted to divide the 200,000 by all employees and not the QBE. And you couldn't do that years ago. This year, they gave us the option to actually do that. So the amount of money they gave us was 320,000. So this board has several options. They can provide the local funding of $100,000, a little over $100,000, and that would ensure that every district employee would receive $2,000. Now, pre-K automatically gets the 2,000. That's a separate funding line, separate line item. So regardless of what we decide, they automatically get the 2, because DCAL sent them 2,000 for those teachers.
And that number is not included in this.
That's correct. It's not.
No,
It's not
but
included in
It
that.
is up there, it's the 17,224 that it covers everything.
Right.
So those are your options if the locals puts in 20,000, 40,000, or the full 100,000 of how much those supplements would be in those on that last line. So
So I have a question.
yes,
So the way I'm looking at this, we're looking at funding $100,000 out of local tax money for, my question, who? Because they mandated, well, they said they mandated 2,000 for teachers.
QBE fund. Did you put that slide up?
Have you actually got the people that are
Yeah. Well, see,
not included in the?
that would be the issue. So right now we earn 2.5 CTA teachers, but we have 5. So who would you say would get the
Okay.
2,000? Because it's not
Okay.
listed by person; it's listed by position.
Okay, so 2.5 CTA teachers. What
So
else?
could you
What
divide that by 5?
However this board wants to do it. So
What else
they
have
left
you
it
got,
open.
though? It's more than that. It's
So they
It's
pay
50.
off QBE, and then they fully funded bus drivers, custodians, and school nutrition. So they fully funded those 3, or they sent money for those 3, and then they sent QBE funds. So no parapros, and they only sent
Nope.
probably 88-ish teacher positions,
Mhm.
90 teacher positions.
Don't you have your slide with that too?
I don't know if it's on here or not.
So basically, I'm looking at is 50 employees that are not funded, right? I mean, basically, that's what we're
Yes.
talking about. I'm just curious who those 50 employees
Sir.
were. What their positions?
It would be parapros and our surplus teachers.
Okay.
So they didn't send any money for parapros?
So are you saying that the pre-K teachers are fully funded at 2,000 and the bus drivers are fully funded at 2,000?
So pre-K comes out of DECAL, Department of Early Child Care and Learning, and then everything else is Godot, Georgia Department of Education. So it's a completely separate program, and they funded it separately.
But-
Governor Kemp, he wanted to pay, he actually included bus drivers, custodians, and school nutrition, but then he sent money for everything else through QBE, which our QBE is, is decimal numbers for each position. So I think I left off, I don't think secretaries were included
Just the ones that are on the QB sheet, and I think there's, I don't know if it's one, I thought you had the slide up there. It's gonna have a slide to where it showed all of the totals for all the QBE
Yeah.
allotted teachers and staff.
What about the board up here, the office?
Just the ones who's QBE, that's superintendent, 2 assistant superintendents, CFO, but,
Maybe one secretary.
the office staff, no. They're not QBE funded. They're all locally funded.
How much does a parapro make in a year?
We just gave them a raise this year to 25,600. That's at the top level. That's at 13 years plus.
And base salary for a teacher is
43?
3,
43.
so twice as much almost.
So if we took the money we received from the governor and divided by the number of teachers, not the QBE, not the teachers that we can count.
Right there,
What's
1522.
what's the number?
1522.
1,500 per employee.
How many parapros is it, Devin,
How many do you guys? 20-ish?
total?
It's probably around 30 total. Probably 20 with the elementary and another.
Middle school has,
So that
4.
is 2/3 of the money we'd had to come up with. That's where most of it,
It's probably,
Extras coming from
probably
it.
10 teachers, probably 7 or 8 like secretaries or positions like that, like my accounting staff, and then, right, the rest will be parapros.
I can't believe he forgot them.
again, school systems are different. We still going off of the 1985 QBE scale. It's an antiquated system. They've tried to change it back in, I think, early 2000s, but to no avail. So this is all, I mean, this is pretty much how he knows how many school system employees there are in the state. And again, anything else over that is local, so he wouldn't know that amount. He would know how many state employees by QBE of what the state gives.
Well, I would like to give all of them $4,000 apiece. But I gotta be a good steward of the taxpayers' money. So, would a parapro be upset getting $1,000? I'm just asking. That's a question.
I mean, it would just be hard to say what all pairs would do and what they would say, but I'm sure they would.
Okay.
I'm sure they would.
I wonder how, if we take $100,000 of local tax money, that's coming from every individual, including teachers, and I wonder how much money that is, $100,000 worth of tax money, how much that would affect each person overall. Say it's $50, so if it was $100,000 and it costs them $50 more in taxes.
Everybody ain't gonna look at it like that.
Well, I know, but I'm curious as to, you know, how much that would be. I'm the same way. $100,000 is a lot of money for us to come up with as a gift, and I just wonder if we need to scale back on that sum, or I know he gives them $2,000. I know what you're saying about the others, but that's $100,000 of local tax money too, which affects, it affects everybody, school system as well as all the people in the community.
We can table this, discuss it a little further if you need to, and then come back with a.
One more time, 27 parapros, right?
I would say 26
Sound right?
and 30.
I mean, it's easy to find out. Mr. Tankersley has 4. Dr. Walski, you have around 2, 4. So that's 7, and the rest will be at the elementary school.
You got how many?
16.
So 16 plus 7, 23.
23.
24 and a half the money.
So 24, 23, 25.
That's about half the
So
money.
you got about 27 voting
Yeah.
positions.
Do we have the discretion to assign what this bonus is, or is it either $2,000 per teacher, or we ratio it down what we receive versus the number of teachers?
However you want to do it. So, Dr. Goldman, if you could, let's go to the FAQ, and I think it's a line item number 13, 11 or 13 on
I
that.
think it's 11. It's in that.
It's in that, so go to the FAQs.
Oh, in here.
Yes.
Right there.
Thanks, number 11, make it big for us. So for the people at home, I'll make sure I'll read it. Can we take the total dollar amount provided in the budget and allocate it among all staff, resulting in less than a 2,000 supplement? And the answer is, it is common for LEAs to staff above or below the number of formula-funded positions for certified and non-certified personnel due to class size waivers and use of federal and local funds at the district level. The grants distributed for FY26 state-funded supplements is based on the formula earned positions from QBE and is intended to fund a $2,000 for all such employees. Local boards of education, charter schools, and RESAs have authority to determine the amounts of supplements in their district based on available funding. So this was not there 2 years ago.
Okay.
So if we were to decide tonight, whatever we decided, when would the check go out? And how would it affect the individual?
We're waiting on you guys to decide, and that Mr. Norman has already talked to payroll. This can go out as early, I think, as the April paycheck,
When is April paycheck?
April 30th.
So we'll have another, this is April.
No.
I'm
You all right,
behind.
ain't you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm behind. Okay.
So can we
There was-
discuss this
in our-
further and?
We can. There, in our area, some systems went ahead and paid it even before the governor signed it. There were 3 systems who did that, and then there were the other systems who fully funded it once the governor signed it on March 26th. He signed on that date.
So we can discuss this a little further and vote on it later in the meeting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If that's what you decide.
And let's need a motion.
I'm gonna make a motion that we table this and that we discuss it a little bit and come back out and vote on it. Does that make sense? That's
Absolutely.
my motion.
Okay. Have a motion by Mr. Madison,
Second.
second by Mr. Munger. All in favor? Okay.
You got a question?
Where are we gonna discuss this?
Executive session.
Executive session.
It's personnel matter.
Yeah, it's personnel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As long as y'all know what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Our next item is policies for review. All right. Dr. Governor, you there yet? Policies for review. So it should be state aid. Again, this is just this policy does not need to be revised. It just says that every year we would appropriate the local funds and levy taxes, and then we would take our 5 mil share from QBE, and that's how we get our state funds. Well, the state does it automatically, but it's still our local 5 mil share. Capital assets, again, no changes to this policy. The capitalization threshold is the amount at which a purchase is recorded as an asset. So you see here, if you go down to Dr. Goldman, you'll see the thresholds for our assets. So if we do any land improvements and it's less than 20,000, it goes as an expense and not as an asset. So that's what this policy talks about. So anything, building improvements, anything over 100, asset, anything under 100, expense. All right. Interest age. I did talk to Dr. Goldman about this to make sure policy was still correct, and it is. Pre-K must be 4 on or before September 1st. Kindergarten, age 5 on or before September 1st. First grade, 6 on or before September 1st. And then children with disabilities from birth to 3 years old, we can serve those kids at the elementary school. And currently, if those kids qualify between 0 and 3 years of age, we have been providing services for up to 2 hours for those students. And free and appropriate education for special ed kids are between the ages of 3 and 21. So a child who's listed as special education can continue to come to school to their 21st birthday. Right before their 22nd birthday. They can be in school at 21, but not after 21. Okay. Student assignments to school. Basically, this policy says we have school zones.
It does state that if a family wanted to, if they're closer to our school, let's say right at the Washington line, and our school is closer than the school in Washington, then we could allow those students to come in our school district. This is different than the non-resident enrollment, but this policy does give the board the opportunity to do that if they wanted to. So if you look at it, number 1, and it would just take some coordination with the other school system, but we can treat it like non-resident, but we have that option. And we do have some families who are right on that line, and you know what Wilkes County schools are, they're closer to us than Wilkes County. So this policy has been in since I want to say 01. And again, I say we would still follow by the non-resident policy that we would get the parents to fill out the request and then go ahead and get it approved by this board.
So does that include us picking them up on the school bus?
No,
Okay.
still
just see
transportation.
I see it says the actual time or distance on a bus one way to school where the student has been assigned is excessive. So I'll have just a question.
Yes.
So we're not going out of
No,
the
sir.
county?
Yes, sir.
Number 5,
No,
the
sir.
parent or guardian assumes responsibility for providing transportation for the student.
Thank you.
All right. This policy, we're just changing it. The name of the policy was just tenure, but this policy deals with administrative tenure and not teacher tenure. So we want to change the name to administrative personnel tenure. And currently, we don't have any employees who were tenured before 1995, I don't think. So as of today, administrators do not have tenure. And this policy says administrators will not have tenure moving forward. All right.
Deletion.
Part-time reemployment after retirement. This policy, we're asking for deletion because legislators have approved this policy in Senate Bill 150 just this year to allowing full retirees to come back full-time. So what we want to do is just follow by the state guidelines and not have a local policy in this area.
All right. Superintendent's reports.
Before you, and I'll print this for you so you can have a copy of it, but these are just some of the events that are coming up prior to next board meeting and maybe a week or so after the board meeting so that you can plan your calendar if you want to attend. The first calendar is listed by school, and then the second calendar is listed by date because some of the events are on the same date. And I'll get the principals to verify that today, verify it, and make sure that I have my dates and times are correct. That's all I have.
All
sir.
right. No further questions. I need a motion to go to executive session. Motion by Mr. Madison, second by Mr. Mondry. All in favor? Thank you.
I'm gonna call this April meeting back into order. Anyway, the superintendent has recommended, and I make a motion to hire Willie Cox as a bus driver.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hackman. All in favor? Unanimous. All right, the superintendent has made a recommendation, and I make a motion to hire Lily Ratliff, okay, as a paraprofessional at the Lincoln County Middle School.
Second.
Mr. Hyman's got a second. All in favor? Unanimous. All right, last one is Governor Kemp's House Bill 973 recommended to give everybody a $2,000 one-time salary supplement. And I make a motion that we do that.
All employees.
Second by
All employees.
all employees. Second by Mr. Heitman. All in favor?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Mr. Heitman, all in favor?
Second, I have second.
You seconded it, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adjourn either way.
Okay, adjourn.